This should be one of the closest places to Natlan in all of Sumeru. There's the barrier Nicole and Nefer mentioned. It completely cuts this nation off from the others. But why? Why separate you from the rest of the world now, specifically? And if I'm not mistaken, Irminsul was polluted once before, wasn't it?
Good question. I'm wondering the same thing myself.
That voice. Mavuika! You got here pretty quickly.
Hello, traveler. It's been a while.
Hello there.
Hello, Dendro Archon.
Mavuika, I apologize for asking you to meet at the border on such short notice. I also apologize for not being able to greet you in person. The form in which you see me now is one carried by the Traveler. The real me is inside the mausoleum of King Deshret, and I am reaching out to you with my mind from here. Irminsul has been infiltrated by the Doctor. We must be on our guard, as he can spy on information in the world from within the tree. Fortunately, there is no record of the Traveler in Irminsul, and you are still within Natlan's borders.
My records will be preserved in the Night Kingdom, rather than the ley lines. As long as the Night Kingdom remains disconnected from the ley line cycle, the Doctor has no way of knowing my movements.
Exactly.
So by meeting each other in this way, the meeting essentially never happened. No wonder Paimon didn't come. You were concerned that her activity would be recorded by Irminsul. The Natlanese have heard about the situation in Sumeru. With the borders sealed off, merchants have been forced to stop their shipments. It's pretty serious, and you're the ones bearing the brunt of it.
I'd like to address the question you raised at the beginning. I can offer a brief explanation, although it will sound rather cruel. I don't reach this conclusion gladly, but Irminsul predates the heavenly principles. It existed long ago, when the dragons of Natlan were at the height of their power. So even when the people of Sumeru became ill because of pollution, it was not a critical issue from the perspective of Irminsul itself. As long as it continues to function normally, the barrier will not be activated. But this time, the Doctor's invasion has directly affected the tree. That is what caused the barrier to deploy. The heavenly principles established a rule that when Irminsul is plunged into grave danger, a portion of power will be reserved to isolate Sumeru. That way, even if Sumeru is destroyed, the outside world at least has some time to catch its breath.
We'd certainly need it.
The heavenly principles created almost everything that exists in Teyvat today. To them, preserving the existence of the world and its inhabitants takes priority over protecting Sumeru.
Meaning, protecting Sumeru now falls to you.
Yes. My own power may be limited, especially compared to yours. But that doesn't mean that we're just gonna sit around and wait for the end. If necessary, I will utilize any and every means at my disposal.
Nicole of the Hexen Circle didn't say exactly what this meeting was about. But after hearing everything you've said so far, I think I can guess where this is going.
That's right. Nahida and I discussed it at length. We both know how presumptuous this is, but...
You need the Pyro Gnosis, don't you?
Yes, you guessed correctly. Originally, I only intended to borrow it, but the situation is far graver than I foresaw. So instead, what I ask of you is to please give the Pyro Gnosis to Sumeru.
Why do you sound so nervous. There's no need to be shy.
Surely a Gnosis is pretty important to a god.
I guess, but it's not as if losing it would suddenly render us powerless. But I'm sure you don't need me to tell you that. With all the nations you've traveled to, and all the gods you've met, you must have realized that by now. As far as I'm concerned, a Gnosis is basically an elemental energy enhancer. But I don't usually use it. You know me. I like to think I'm pretty strong without it.
Yeah, not about to dispute that.
So you see, you don't need to sweat it. Here, take the Pyro Gnosis.
Huh? Just like that?
Uh-huh, just like that. To tell the truth, I've always toyed with the idea of giving it to someone who needs it more than I do. I know you accompanied Nahida here to try and increase the chance of success. It's a good thing you did, because your involvement is one of the main reasons you've managed to persuade me.
Are you sure about this? Handing over your Gnosis just because of me?
I won't try to quantify it, but trust me. Handing over the Gnosis to Tumaini is far from the craziest idea I could think of. Besides, even if you hadn't come here personally, I think I still would have agreed to Nahida's request. Irminsul doesn't just affect Sumeru. It impacts all of Teyvat. I know all too well how difficult it can be to protect the things you care about. So logically, morally, or however you want to cut it, helping you is the right thing to do. You don't need to tell me the specifics of your plan. Where the Gnosis is involved, the tighter the secrecy, the higher your chances of success.
Mavuika, my heartfelt thanks go to you and the people of Naplan.
Don't mention it. But now for the hard part. How do I actually give it to you? The Irminsul barrier is right in the way.
I have an idea.
Just as I thought.
Incredible. What did you do?
Just made a lucky guess. This seems to happen quite a lot. Things that apply to everyone else don't seem to apply to me. I figured the same might be true here.
Irminsul usually produces effects based on the records it holds. Since the Traveler is a Descender, Irminsul contains no records of him, and thus has no way to impede him.
Is that right? You really are full of surprises. Catch.
Whoa! Thank you, Mavuika. Thank you for trusting us with something so important.
All right. No need to get so formal. It's not like we're strangers. Besides, there's still one problem. You might be able to pass through the barrier, but I don't know about the Gnosis. Any other surprises for us, Traveler?
Let me try something. I have the Pyro Gnosis in my hand. It feels strangely ordinary. Not particularly heavy, and yet, this tiny thing symbolizes the mighty authority of a god. I need to think hard about my memories of Pyro. My memories of journeying through Natlan. All those important experiences I've had.
The Gnosis disappeared. Traveler, are you alright?
I'm fine. The Pyro Gnosis disappeared into my body. Just like phlogiston.
Maybe it resonates with you because you've mastered the power of phlogiston. You might not be recorded in the ley lines, but you're still our Tumaini.
Whew.
Please allow me to express my gratitude once again, Mavuika.
Pleasure. Well, I've given you all the help I can. The rest is up to you. Good luck.
We won't let you down.
Yeah. We aren't about to lose.